Oh my gosh, John, do you think people can hear us now? This is our
Well,
second try today.
we're going to find out
So
very
you wave
shortly.
and, give us a hi on the chat, live chat, you guys. If you can hear us, let us know. This is Ginger Cook, and this is Acrylic Monday, a little hour late, but we'll be doing a fun acrylic painting, have some great giveaways, kind of celebrate the holiday. And want to shout out to everybody that hung in there with us. A big hi to Judy and Steffi, who said they'd come back. I know everybody else kind of gave up on us.
No, Mona's came back
And
too.
Mona, gosh, that's so nice. And this is late at night for Mona. I mean,
They
that's
can hear you.
wow. You can hear us. Wow, you can hear us. I mean,
We,
this
we were
took
going to try the new silent method.
we we just tell you what we still don't know what happened. We had to go through all kinds of equipment, earphones, and try different I mean, it was a thing. But we're back. We're going to do something fun. We're going to get right down to it. Um, so thanks everybody for joining us. I'm gonna do something a little different today. I was originally had a larger painting that I was gonna do, but I'm not gonna do a big one now because, we lost
Time,
an
time,
hour.
time is out of the getting away from us already. You want me to
Huh?
drop? You want me to drop down?
Yeah, John's gonna drop down, and I have just sort of a little piece of canvas here painted brown. I was gonna do it gold, kind of this color, which would have been yellow oxide and say raw umber, but I did it. I've had this one already painted brown. What I want to do is put a little background on this, and uh, just take a little damp sponge, and I've got some just greens out here in my palette, and I'm just going to take a few of the green colors I've got from the Salvador paints, and I'm just going to, oh, see, that's way too much water. Let me wring that out like that.
Wring that out.
This is the sponge. I had dipped it in water. I thought I'd kind of wring it out, but I'm not trying to get water all over the palette. I'm just trying to get some greens like this. I want some interesting greens and some yellows, and I'm just kind of move my
Oh,
sponge like
Luann's in the
this.
house too.
Who?
Luann.
Oh,
I can
Luann,
always
this
tell
is
who's
so
here once I
sweet.
see you guys chatting.
If you guys don't chat, we don't know who's there. We can't tell. You know that, right?
Yeah,
And
I
please
know that.
understand, I cannot see anything you write. If John doesn't tell me, I have no idea.
You're
So
clueless.
I'm
Clueless in
clueless,
Seattle.
right? Just so we're just so this is sort of an interesting fun thing I'm using. I had some paint out while I was waiting for John to um,
Quit playing around.
quit playing around with all the toys. um, I kind of was taking some older paintings and kind of fixing them up, so I had a lot of paint out, so I figured I could do that. No sense in in wasting time, and I could be doing that. um, Let me put a little bit of burnt sienna. This is sort of fun. There's nothing funner than getting your hands dirty with the paint and uh,
Well, wait,
just
wait. Every time you paint, don't you? Well, you must have fun every time you paint then. You're always covered in paint.
well, this is true. So I'm going to put a little brown on here. I don't want to get this. The idea is not to get the canvas wet. It's just you want to damp, because particularly these damp ones, you don't. It'll start curling if I get this thing wet. So I need some gold here, gold paint here, and I just want a nice sort of. Um, Sometimes you don't have to paint it. Sometimes these are these natural sea sponges, and no two are quite the same because they're
Because they're
like
natural.
fingerprints. But here you go. I'll put some of this gold.
They're nature made.
They're nature made, so it's just a little bit of gold here. And there you go. Something like that. And let's see, I wanted a little more green here. Down at the bottom here, down here, a little bit of some of this dark green color. I think I had some dark green. That's that soap green that uh, Salvador has, is the darker green. I want something a little darker in the corners. So I hope everybody has had those of, well, in the States it's a holiday weekend. It's a Memorial weekend. So a lot of people are camping, and we weren't sure how many were going to be here today anyway. But we thank you guys for, certainly appreciate very much the fact that you came and stopped by and all that stuff. And want to join a little bit of our Monday night with us. Uh, So we appreciate it very much. I just dropped a cap on the floor, but don't you worry, it'll be fine. Here we go. Just some little bright here like that. I like that. Let's just do a little bright up here. Woo hoo hoo. The sound effects are good too. Woo hoo hoo. See that?
Gotta have the sound effect.
Gotta have a little woo hoo hoo here. Just a little
If you don't have
woo-hoo.
sound effects, it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, I mean, people don't appreciate the value of a good sound effect. Oh, what do we got here? Down here, just maybe a little something. Now, it only can do so much before you start making one color. You know that, right? So let's see. I think I lost a little of my dark green. Let's take a little of this blue. I like that blue color. Let's put some of that blue color in. Oh, that's pretty. I'll just tap a little of that blue color in because I think it's nice. Yeah? Yes and yes. And how about
Yes
a little
and
bit
yes.
of light white there? I like that blue. What do I got here? Now I'm really having fun with this. Ooh, that's pretty. Gonna maybe make some sort of flowery shape here. No? Maybe? Yes and no? No? Yes?
Oh, it's looking pretty primo right there. I think.
All right, there you go. So something like that, right? Now what could we do? Sometimes you got people always say, when do you quit? I don't know.
When it feels right.
There's really no good answer for that. But let's see. I'm gonna put a.
Virginia says, you all make my night. I would always come back.
Oh,
Isn't that
thank you,
sweet?
thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. That didn't really do anything, so just ignore that. Okay, so I think I have the Wizard of Oz hands. Do you like that? The sort of the green
I think
witch
they're
hands.
perfect.
These are very pretty. That's hard to get those colors. Look at that.
You almost
I mean,
hate to wash it off.
I know. I just hate you because it's
It's just perfect.
pretty cool, right? And someone says, "Well, I don't have a sponge. What could you do?" Well, I don't know. What could you do? What if you had a Kleenex, but it wasn't wet? Just want to see what that does.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I want you to see. So I'm going to tap off most of it, right? The Kleenex. Could you get this effect if you didn't have one of those sponges? Yeah, couldn't you? Dry Kleenex?
I'm not convinced.
I know a little bit of something there, right? Well, not everybody has a sponge on hand, John, so we got to improvise a little. Yes and yes. If you didn't have a sponge, what could you do? Well, I don't know, but maybe that. So, all right, I want to dry this. And maybe before I do that, let's see. Oh, the tub of towels fell on the floor some time ago. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna just use this to clean my hands with.
Some time ago.
But John put it back. He's a friend. I remember like last week it rolling on the floor, but he put it back. Good man, right? Good man. I want to give a shout out to my grandson Spider and wish him a speedy recovery. And seems like he's getting better. And it's been we really have to say that it's been an interesting week for John and I. We've had some interesting, some weird stuff going on here too.
Besides no sound.
Besides no sound, and so I feel like that was last week. This week has got to be a terrific week, just because I've declared it so. You think that's good?
If the Queen says it,
I've
so be
declared it so. This has got to be a good week, you guys. I want to declare it so, and there you have it, right? So don't ever estimate the power of paint and a sponge. You can do a lot with paint and a sponge, just really. So I want to dry that. So John, do you have something fabulous you can share with them while I dry this?
No, I'll come up with something.
All right, so give me a second here, right?
All right, as she dries that, we'll see how this goes with me still talking and her drying. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging in there and coming back. I know we won't have our usual crowd of 300 to 400, but that's okay. Those that come, you're the dedicated few that we love the most. If you haven't subscribed, please consider a chance to do it right now during the drying session. Press that subscribe button, hit that little bell, and sometimes you'll be notified by YouTube when we go live. Not a guarantee, but they certainly say that's what they'll do. And again, if we get a few more people in here, we'll get a little giveaway going here. The gals have put out the link to the, I have to do the linking thingy. So don't do that yet, moderators out there. I've got to update the link. I'm glad we just discussed that. Otherwise, it would not work. All right, so if you heard me, good. If you didn't hear me, you didn't miss much.
Okay, so I want a different, let me just, this paper is no longer making me happy. Let's do it like this. Okay, so there, less distraction. Oh, and you guys happen to remember last week we said we'd show you what happened with the paint tubes and the palette knife. And just see, John, can you zoom in on that and show them how thick that paint is? Can they see that?
Hold on a second there, Queen.
And you varnish this too, yes?
Yeah, it's varnished. It's ready to go.
It's ready to go. We haven't mailed it out yet because we promised you we'd show you this.
Let me just go
I wish I'd put a little white highlight right there, but it's okay. I think I had it and my brush was dirty. But anyway, you can see now, the thing the caveat is this is done better on a board or stretch canvas because there is a tendency, we were lucky to get this flat. There's a tendency for the sheets to want to shrink up when you use the modeling paste on it.
They really buckle.
Shrink. So it causes wrinkles. But this we were able to flatten out, but just a caveat. But I think this came out neat. Don't you guys think so?
A caveat.
And that's like an aside. As opposed to a side of beans or something, it's an aside.
Huh. Okay. I get that. It's like a side salad.
And this will then be mailed out, but we wanted to give it a good chance to dry, and you can see how beautifully it's varnished and wow.
Gorgeous colors.
Gorgeous colors. I had to show you that because I felt like I did, right?
Well, you said you were going to.
Well, I said I was going to, so then I pretty much did, right? So we had that, right? And then I wanted to talk to you a little bit. We have a giveaway tonight, but I also wanted to share with you, besides giving away this painting tonight, we will give away a set of the Salvador acrylic paints and the big set of 24 of paints with the brushes and everything. That will also from Salvador Paints. So you guys that are hanging in there, if not too many people come, you got a really good chance of winning it tonight, right? So kind of a kudos for sticking with us. The next thing is that we now, whenever we do Academy of Fine Art and Acrylic Painting tutorial, whenever we do that, right? Let me just put this one here for a second. We also make what's called a downloadable lesson. Not everybody has good internet. They can't necessarily watch, they live out in the country or something. The internet isn't just as nifty as those of us that live in town. So this cigar painting, which is the Father's Day, one of our Father's Day releases, it is currently right now in the Academy, ready to paint, and from red members on up, right?
Yep.
So that would be red, blue, and purple members. Okay, so that's your VLL, your Wave and Water Master. No, well, just the Wave and Water. No, it's just VLL.
VLL on the old site. It's everybody on the new site.
Everybody got this one?
Yep.
For Father's Day?
Yep.
Well,
I did that for the new people.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm a nice guy.
So here's what these guys look like in a frame. I wanted to show you that too. Isn't that just neat? This is how these. So we thought it would be nice, since we have the downloadable list available. We will also give somebody watching tonight a downloadable lesson for this. If you already have access to this, you don't want that, then we'll give you the credit for it. But someone will win a downloadable lesson for this. And it gets better. Oh gosh, Ginger, how could it get better? Well, let me show you. There was a lot of talk going on in our Facebook club about how it wouldn't have been nice if there'd been some playing cards. And I got to tell you, you start putting playing cards in this, and you just take away the design of the picture.
Thing.
So we designed this for you, and this will also be released this week in our Academy with the playing cards, the brandy, and the dice, and the chips. So those are the two. We created that simply because you asked and we answered. How's that? So
wow.
We needed something with playing cards, and you can see how these both, if you want to back out a little bit, John, you can see how both of these paintings will really go together. They'd make a nice pair. If you're doing a man cave or got a son that might like this, or somebody, that you think might enjoy having this, or maybe you yourself would love it. Again, Academy of Fine Art and Acrylic Painting. It's acrylic painting with gingercook.com. Find out more about us. So there's that. It's neat, right? Haven't had too many of those kinds of paintings. So that's this man cave stuff. So we're kind of excited about that. So I'm going to put some flowers in this one. And of course, there's no surprise there for any of you, yes?
So much
So I
for the
want
man
to start
cave
with this
stuff.
gumdrop shape.
Already gone.
What?
Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Gumdrop shape here. And I want to just, if I want to do like spokes out of a wheel, do you see that? And I don't want any of the petals of this flower to come in front of the gumdrop. They really sort of stop down. Might be a little one there, but you're not going to see a little short one there, but you're not going to see these. So now if we draw these in, draw the spokes first and then round the flower. That's just so easy, isn't it? When we do that. Okay. Then you can fill in if you need to. Okay, so you're drawing the spokes of this flower like that, like yay, yes and yes.
Like yay.
And
I
then
like
we've got another one coming up here like this, and let's do the same gumdrop shape. We're going to make him a little smaller. Okay. Okay, but the same idea. You can have let's just start with the spokes. Just start with your spokes. I think that's an easy way to do it. They get shorter as they come around. Okay. So then you just curve those out. Wow, so easy, right? You're going, Ginger, I wish I'd thought of that. I had no idea it was so easy to do these flowers. And because it's always a good idea to do 3, we're going to do one up here, little spokes, and we're going to have all of our spokes going down like a rocket ship.
Ooh,
they're all going to go down like rocket
he's taking off
spokes.
to the moon.
Rocket spokes, yes? Okay. So those are our three flowers. And maybe we'll put a little pod right here. And maybe a little pod right there. Yeah, maybe a pod there too. There are 3 pods and 3 things, right? So then to do that, you're going, well, how would you go about doing that then? Well, because I want a bright flower, I'm going to go ahead and paint the petals white, which is why I need to be able to draw on this. You see how easy that is. That's the golden titanium white. Okay, yes and yes. Now, while I'm painting this white, I'm excited to answer some questions. Want to give a shout out to Juanita, if she's still watching, and her mom Liz. Liz, we posted it on Facebook. Liz did Lisa did a terrific dog for a friend. Friend's dog had passed away, and even though she'd never painted a dog in her life, she went ahead and
she went for it.
She went for it, and she painted it, and then she sent it. It wasn't quite the way she wanted it to look. She knew how she wanted it to look, and wasn't quite sure how to get that effect. So she very cleverly sent it in for personal art coaching, which I was happy to do. And we did about 3 things back and forth between us, and she got the best looking dog. I'm telling you what, those people should be so happy with what she's painted for them. And that's sometimes people always say, I get a little bit, what would be the word? I get a little,
anxious?
Bogged down with life, and, just don't feel like painting. And one of the things that it's very nice, if you can do something for somebody else, that's a nice thing, that's a nice thing to do.
Hey, we'd like to thank Linda for the donation that came in through PayPal. And she is being entered in the drawing for our, what do we call it, scholarship paintings.
Yeah, scholarship paintings. Yeah, we get everything months, and
today's the last day to have a total of $100 donation during the last quarter.
Yeah, so
that's how we're doing it.
Just however it happened, you can do it once if you've been doing it all the time. So we appreciate you guys very much, and want you to know that. So so thank you. We'll show you what those paintings are. You'll have the choice of Choice of 3. And you know what I'm going to do, you guys? I changed the rules on you. We're going to, 2 people are going to win. The first person will have their choice of 3, and then the second person will have their choice of 2, and the third person will get the last one. So all 3 are going to be given away. That's what.
I had a nice chat with Ellie.
Yeah. So, and these are some of my favorite pictures too. Let me just show you. There's
Don't let the cameraman get
no,
back
no.
to the
Well,
right spot.
I'll show you in a minute. Let me go ahead and do my flowers so that can be dry.
Don't worry about me.
I got it.
No telling what the camera's doing over here.
No, I'm going to go ahead and no, certainly
No.
not. I'm going to go ahead and
So we're gonna have 3 winners in that.
3 winners in that. There are going to be 3 winners. You guys have been so generous and so kind, and
It's so sweet.
so sweet, and there's been couple of really just during the past week there were a couple of people who got one lady got scholarship for like 6 months from one of our viewers singled her out and said, I want this anonymous, but I would love it if you would scholarship this person.
Another one for 2 months.
And another one for 2 months. And
some people are still struggling.
I'm telling you, it's not over. The stuff is not over. People are not employed. Jobs disappeared. There are, they always like to tell you, well, there's lots of jobs. Maybe there is, but for instance, but maybe it's not a job you want to do. Like, for instance,
or one you're not qualified
or you're not qualified to do. You know what I mean? I always felt that our planet had a very balanced thing because, for instance, if you had said, have you ever seen those science fiction movies where people are just drawing lots and they say that's your job for the future? You've seen those movies like that?
Yeah.
The kids all rebel, they don't want to do it, right? Well, nobody would want to do it. Just you don't have to be a kid to rebel. Nobody would want to do that. Yeah. And for instance, I wouldn't suddenly want to be put on the road committee and spend my life paving highways. There are people that love doing that, right? This business of yes, there's jobs maybe. I'm sure there are, and more all the time. But again, a lot of our Academy members have found themselves still with either one or more members of the household not employed, or maybe they're doing okay, but their kids aren't. Suddenly their grown-up kids find themselves without a job, and they've got to be helping someone else. There's a lot of things that happen, or there's an illness, or something happened. A lot of
things are still going on.
A lot of stuff still going on, for sure. And
well, we had a comment. Wait, this was a good comment. I could say, oh, let's scroll. Wait.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Don't go anywhere. Oh, where was it? It was Mama somebody. There it is. Just to confirm, ginger speed comes from years of experience. So someday I can get there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, we'd like to give a shout out to Juanita. She is watching this evening.
Oh, good. That's awesome. Want to say hi. And
thank you, Juanita, for joining in on the chaos of today.
And if my granddaughter Luna is watching, or Honey, I want to say hi to them too. I never know when they're watching. It's not like they email me and say, I'll be watching tonight. Then they show up, and sometimes they don't. So,
hey, you give a shout out to my son, say hello, but I know he's not watching.
Yeah, your son.
I know he's not watching.
Yeah, no,
he's got to look at these things later to him, so
he's not waiting.
He'll wait.
Yeah, he'll wait. No, absolutely. He is not watching, is he?
Twice.
All right, so I have that white. Yes and yes.
Beautiful white flowers.
Thank you. I'm thinking it's coming along here, right?
I think it's coming along great.
I mean, you
Oh, wait. Mayday.
Oh, what?
The camera again. Overhead.
Is it the camera or the device?
No, I think it's the iPad doing it. Because I just turned it off.
Mm-hmm.
My iPad.
Do you want to use that other one? The one you let me have? The iPad? The other iPad?
Well, no, I can't change it now.
No, but I mean next week.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
It was pretty nice of me to offer you guys. You heard that, right? I offered, right?
It was very nice of you.
All right. So this is like a purple with a little red in it. with me on this. This is what this color is. And it's our little a gumdrop shape. Yeah, everybody remembers gumdrops. I always thought gumdrops were
I hated
disgusting.
gumdrops.
Did you? I did too. I hated gumdrops. I hated gumdrops.
There we go.
I was not a big gumdrop fan at all.
No. It's one of those days. I think the world's coming to an end in our little studio here.
Did you not get it fixed?
Yeah, it's back. I'd have to be quick enough, though.
I'm gonna put a little orange.
Well, you
on
know,
it.
I looked up when this iPad was made. It was made 7 years ago.
Oh, is that
What's the
right?
life expectancy of an iPad?
I don't know, but it feels like. Do anybody else feel like that? Like, if I took a trip with my daughter Cinnamon to France back in 2000, and it feels like we just went. You know what I mean? It feels like we just went, and
Where did we go?
and we didn't just went, but it feels like we should have just went. I mean, it just feels like we just went, and yet, of course, we didn't just go, right? And and that's what's so odd to me. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna take a little white here and.
Brenda loves gumdrops. Okay, so we're gonna have two camps again, I think.
The gumdrop people. I wonder if there's something about gumdrop people we can disparage. Well, of course they were gumdrop people. What do you want, right?
Yeah.
I think we could say
Well, that
right?
explains it all
Well, that
right
explains it
there.
all. They were gumdrop people, right? So, gosh,
Kathy says, problem is eventually the iPads won't take the new iOS updates. That is so true.
yeah. I know that.
I was waiting for the next one to come out. But they're too big to sit here. I just wish that my little thingy didn't use an iPad to control it. It'd be nicer, but
Well, could you use my iPad? The one we just, that one. The
well,
blue
I
one?
can, but then I'll always have to go run around find it. if
No,
you're not
you'll just.
using it.
I'll just donate it to the cause.
Oh.
I won't just.
Oh, so the one that I was going to originally get for me that you claimed dibbies on,
Yes, I'll give it back.
you're not going to give it back. So you're an Indian giver.
I'll just get another
Oh, I
one.
see.
Just at some point.
Oh, so you're going to get the newest one. No, wait. That's not going to work.
Actually, it's too small, isn't it? You need the bigger screen. Yeah.
No, the little screen was fine. For here, I just need the little screen. That would be perfect for here.
You're sure?
Yeah, because this one's too big for the here. Really.
You're sure?
I would like to at least try it.
Well, sure. I'd let you. We'll let him at least try it, won't we, guys? Right?
Are these cone flowers? No.
I don't know. What did we say they were, John? They were
Echinacea.
Echinacea.
Yep. Echinacea. I'm a sock folder who likes gumdrops.
Oh.
Oh, Tia, honey, there is no hope. There is no hope. Oh my. Oh, that's an Indian taker. That's right.
You can't.
Linda Sue, Tia, there's a step program
It's politically
for that,
not
like that.
correct to say that stuff anymore, John.
Oh, please. I grew up with it.
Well, actually, my family is part American Indian,
So
so I
I
think
can
if
say it.
anybody, I can say it because.
I knew that part. That's why I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, part American Indians. Okay, so I got some nice leaves here. I like these. Do you guys think that's kind of nice, right?
I think it's looking great.
I mean, this is just. I mean, we're just sort of fooling around here, but I mean,
We're just warming
who's
up.
we're just warming up here, right? Yeah. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Woo.
Jay says, first time to catch a live, excited to be here. Well, welcome.
Oh yeah.
J.E.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. And listen, this is so. This is really nice. I mean, I'll tell you what. It's nice to all get together and chat. And I feel like we all kind of know each other in this very strange sort of way. We all kind of do, right?
We do. Of course we do. Mona says, I love raspberry gumdrops. Mona, and we were going to come visit you again. I don't know now. I don't know.
We don't know. We're working on trying to know, but we don't know. So you need to make something dark, and you don't want to use black. One thing you can do is you can use purple and brown, like burnt umber or burnt sienna will make a nice dark color. And I'm gonna just do
It'll
a
look
few.
good.
Um, put a few little stems here. Okay, so we'll have that. And then we want uh, let's see, we want, you can do the sound effects
Oh,
too.
so echinacea is a coneflower, according to Donna. And I would have to believe Donna.
Well, John and I are not gardeners. I thought about putting some flowers in this year, but then I'd have to go out and water them, and that'd be just one more thing to do. And the part where I put them, I don't walk by, because when we go out to the car, we go to the garage, so I wouldn't see them. Someone else would see them, and why am I spending all my time for the neighbors? I mean, that's kind of that's how I'm looking at it today, right?
I'm telling you.
And then I'd have to go to Home Depot to get the flowers. I mean, you just don't, do you know what I mean? And then I'd have to get down, I'd get down on my hands and knees and
get dirty.
And get dirty.
And my hands are already dirty enough with paint.
Well, I have the gardening tools. I could do it. I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but there's a lot involved. Yes and yes. You think so, right? Don't you think so? A lot involved. Now, the trick is that dry enough? Yeah, to put on
the
bright orange.
Bright orange.
Yeah, this gets some bright orange on the
Ooh, it'd be pretty.
It's got to have some bright orange. Let's see we need a bright orange. That might be okay. That's pretty bright right there. Then I need a brighter orange. What's this one? Interesting. Let's do orange yellow. All right, now let's see if we can pull this off. This would be an easier painting to do. Let's do some yellow with a little bit of this red in it.
Lily says, Cinnamon says to ask you what you did to your neighbor's flowers in the middle of the night. Yeah, what did you do to the neighbor's flowers in the middle of the night? Hello?
Oh, that. Well,
it's one of those things where we purge from our brain, is it?
Yeah, that. Oh, that was so fun. I was a rotten child. I don't mind telling you. I was a rotten child.
You did this when you were a child.
Yeah, it's like 14, still in junior high. And my girlfriend and I would sneak out at night on our horses about 12 in the morning. We'd sneak out and ride the horses, and there was a Bridle Trail State Park that was like 600 acres and 52 miles of trails for kids and horses and stuff, and big barns along the edge and subdivisions and stuff. And so it took us a while to get, from our house was about where my friend lived across the street, and she had horses and I had horses, Kathy Plasek. And that was her name, Kathy Plasek. It was interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because the joke around around her father's office was someone had gone and said, "You guys have a Plasek sex here," and they said, "Are you kidding? We don't even have a lunch hour." Sorry. Anyway, Kathy and I took the horses, and we were met by another friend, and who lived a little farther away, and we'd ride up, and at first there was this group of adults that rode horses at night, and they were called the Ghost Riders, and we'd heard about them at school. Okay. And we'd heard about them at school, and they would they rode their horses around, and they leave little notes, the Ghost Riders and stuff, right? So we thought anything we did, we could blame on them, and everyone would think they did it. Whatever it was we did, they would think it was them. Yes. So so what we did was we'd go up to like a subdivision and maybe uh put take the for sale sign and move it and put somebody else's house up for sale. Like the realtor had declared, so we wake up in the morning and find that the realtor had put their house for sale, which we thought was hysterically funny. And then the great thing is we rode the school bus the next day and we could hear what had happened to some of this. So we got a little of the air. So then we started taking lawn furniture and, like the neighbors had stolen it, moving it to somebody else's house. Because that seemed like oodles of fun too. And then finally, and then we got very ambitious. This went on for, I don't know, about 2 months before we got caught. And so we had sort of we didn't have as much of a run as Billy the Kid or anything. We were, but anyway, we then took some flowers and little gardening tools and we would move them. We'd take some flowers and then we'd move them over to the neighbor's yard like they had stolen them in the middle of the night. We thought that was really fun too. And then occasionally we did stuff and then just blamed it on the ghostwriters. That was the idea behind that, was that the ghostwriters had done it, or they some other stuff. And but the for sale signs really got a big rise out of people.
They didn't see the humor in that, did they?
Well, some grown-ups, they just don't find this stuff funny. It was sort of a benign form of vandalism. But that was. And then my mother had this thing about electric bills. She's really big about turning off the lights. And since I was one of those kids that would use the restroom late at night, she used to do that too. We had two houses. She lived in a house with my father, and then my sister and I lived in a house with the housekeeper, and there was a garage in between. So she could look out from her vantage point and see over to the other house. And she noticed that the bathroom light was still on. And so she decided that I should, this was not going to work. So she called over on the intercom for me to turn out the light, because she was making a point, you know what I mean? She had to make a point. I'm going to blow my nose for a second. Pause me, would you?
Pause you. Go for it. Yep.
So back.
Yeah.
So here's my mother on her high horse, so to speak. She's going to get she's going to make a point of getting those bathroom lights turned off, She was just, I don't know what her deal was with the electric bill, but it was a thing, right? Just a thing, So anyhow, she calls over on the intercom and I don't answer. And then, she thinks I'm just ignoring her. So then she calls my sister in her room on her intercom. And she says, wake your sister up and go tell her to turn off the bathroom light. Now, she could have walked over, mind you. I mean, it wasn't a block. It was like the width of a garage and a porch, okay? I mean, we weren't living in mansions or anything. It's not. But anyway, so so my sister, who was never good with being woken up, she was one of those people that you just couldn't wake her up. She didn't think well for about 10 minutes. She was one of those people. It's just not the kind of person you want to wake up out of a dead sleep. So she goes over and she opens the door to my room, and then she's so pissed off. She goes, well, Ginger isn't even here telling me this. Ginger isn't even here. So then my mother goes, what? And then, of course, all bets are off. And of course, then they notice then they have to check around. My dad's been woken up. It's a thing, right? Have I been kidnapped? My father's a judge. Where might I be? Did they call the police? Do they want a scandal? I could be anywhere doing anything. I could have been. So I understand it would be upsetting as a parent, to know this. But anyhow, um, the upshot of it is that I I rode in about 5, I guess 5 that morning. It was like on a Friday night, and I had a horse show the next day. And I'm using some of this pink now, this luminous rose pink for these flowers, okay? And it's going to be nice and bright over this
There's a
thing.
Holbein paint.
That's the Holbein. Nobody else makes a color like this. You can't get this bright color called luminous rose. It's like that Pepto-Bismol pink, and you can use a magenta, but you just can't get that color. So this is a great
Not
color.
that bright. Not that bright and
If
cheery.
you want this sort of bright, cheery color, and you really want it bright, you put it over white. That's true with any kind of red, though. If you want a bright red, you put it over something white. For sure, yellow. So, anyway, that my dad was pacing the back porch there behind the dining room, back and forth, kind of looking. And as I came in, and of course, then we all had a discussion about where I was, and, which
Those are always fun,
you
aren't
really
they?
can't explain it, right? Now, what was interesting was that Kathy wrote her parents a note in case she was found out, and I wasn't willing to go that far, right? I didn't leave a note, so she wasn't anywhere near the trouble I was in. If they ever found out, I don't remember if they found out, but anyway, the upshot of it is that I was grounded the next day, and my mother says, "Is this what you call sneaking out?" That was her comment. I've never forgotten it.
Well, yeah, it is sneaking out.
That's what I
That's
what
call
you
it.
call. This is why it's called sneaking, because anybody didn't know, right? And she didn't understand how I thought I was going to get back in the house.
Well,
Does
how'd you
that
get
make
out of
sense?
the house?
Well, what she didn't understand, because what she didn't understand was that I had the I snuck out through the bathroom window, so I left the house locked. I didn't unlock the door. I didn't sneak out through the front door. I snuck out. I was very skinny. I snuck out through this little tiny skinny bathroom window.
Like any good teenager would do.
Yeah, the bathroom window. So that's how I was getting in and out, was the bathroom window, which got, got left open there and got found out. But that was probably that. It just wasn't worth the. Once you've been caught on doing something like that, just probably wasn't worth doing it again. Though I have to say it was sort of fun. And we had a good run before we got caught on it, which was.
Good time was had by all.
Yeah, well,
Ginger, did you narc out your friends?
No. Never narked out my friends. Never narked them out.
You just don't do that.
No. Well, I mean, Kathy's mother probably, well, my parents were, they were mad, but really nothing terrible happened. I mean, I had to clean my room, which I probably should have done anyway, and I couldn't go to the horse show, which seemed terrible at the time. But all in all, they just made it real clear that I better not do that again, right? Where Kathy's mother was the kind of person who might have sold her horse. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying she would have, but she could have. Just that makes sense. So I was not willing to, get her in trouble. I certainly didn't want to do that. I'm looking for one more color here. A little cad red light. Let's try this darker red. Okay. I want it a little bit darker around the pods here, right up in here next to the flower, right up here. It's a little bit redder. It's got like a little necklace of red here. So anyway, we just and let's see, let's do a little bit more white here on some of this. Got some veins. So any other questions about my misspent youth or just
No, I think True Confessions is over.
True Confessions is over, so we won't talk about the trip to Spain on my own. My parents thought I was in Italy. That's another story.
Spain, Italy.
You know, just but I mean, I think my sister wouldn't have ratted me out. She just would have turned off the bathroom light if she'd had the chance to think about it. She wasn't really the kind of person that would have ratted me out on this, but she got a little overwhelmed. That's all I can say with it. It was too much commotion. She would call it too much commotion in the middle of the night for her. Her nervous system. She couldn't do it. All right, so we're getting pretty close to this being finished. Just kind of having fun with these flowers here. I'm going to do some brighter dots up here on a couple of them. So just
See how we're doing on the entrees.
so we got who's entered? How many people? We got any folks out there even watching us today?
No,
10
just
people?
the two of us.
Just
It's
the
a
two of
quiet
us?
show.
Anybody else out there? Hope we got a few people wanting to play with this.
About 300.
Well, that's pretty nice. You guys to show back up again, 300 people. We certainly appreciate that.
Let's see how many entrees we have in our giveaway. We need to hear the travel story to Spain. Oh, that'd be for another day. That'd be our cliffhanger.
Yeah, the travel story of pain. Well, I went to boarding school in Switzerland when I was not too long after the sneaking out episodes. My mother was looking at foreign boarding schools.
Must get control of this child.
Just far away, so if she does anything, the neighbors. My mother was always very worried about the neighbors finding stuff out. Whatever power our neighbors had over my mother, it was strong because she was extremely concerned about that, right? I mean, it was just sort of interesting. Okay, so little pods here. I might even put one down here. Just suggest something down here.
Some kind of activity.
Yeah, I would just suggest something that happened in here. Could have fun. Well, you know, I think what I would encourage you to do when you're doing something like this, have fun with the background. Get a little creative. See, you just let loose. It just really it's not a terrible thing to do. And if you let loose a little bit, just have fun with it. I mean, when you're doing this, you know, play a little bit. You can just see, you know, what could I do and make it, you know, a little more creative. How could I do that? Just something like that. I think I want to just cut this flower petal off a little bit. Need to shorten this one up. I'll put my green back. That needed to be a little shorter. And when it dries, I can wipe off the chalk marks. I've got a few still showing, but when the pencil marks, when it dry, I can wipe some of those off.
It'll clean right up.
They'll clean right up, but when it's really dry, I can do that. And I want to curve this leaf petal a little bit here. There we go. All right. So I feel like we've got kind of a fun start on this. Yes and yes. Makes me want to.
It's looking pretty darn primo.
Okay. There's our kind of interesting garden collection. Yes.
Or a mini flower
The
paintings.
main flower painting. I know you guys like flowers, and
Well, we like flowers.
we like them too. I just don't want to go out in the garden and plant them. I like the idea that someday I'll have some. Our friend Becky just got a landscaper to come and plant all her flowers. Yeah, I'm totally jealous, right?
Yeah,
That's
that was
just,
good.
but she still has to go out and water them, keep the dogs out of them. That's not the end of it, right? Anyway,
It's just the beginning.
this is just the beginning of Becky's adventures with her flowers. So let me just stop right here and see what you guys think. What do you think? We gotta.
Well, I think somebody needs to back it up so we can see it.
Okay, so back it up. See how I did?
That looks good.
It's a nice background, isn't it? Just what you get with that sponge, and just a suggestion of something else going on. Kind of fun, right?
Can't go wrong with that one.
I guess I can show you the original. I'll just show you the original. See, there's the flowers, and I just took a couple of them
Just ran with it.
and just edited it a little bit and just simplified it and did that. And so you could kind of see what it was. Yes and yes. That's always fun to do. So we're going to do a drawing for this. Yes, we have it. We have people.
We have people.
We have people, and someone wants to win it. Yes, maybe.
Yep, got 179 of them.
Okay, there's the signature, you guys. And
Random.org.
I'd say that would be the message this week, is to get a little freer with stuff, right? Doesn't have to be perfect, but have some fun with it. Take a sponge, see what you can do. Take some of your, when you're through painting something, take some of your leftover paint and make some backgrounds. Just have fun with the sponge. And probably a household sponge would work too, though the sea foam sponges work the best.
Yes, they do.
They really do. They work the best. But it really does look gold here, doesn't it? And all these gold, even though we didn't, I think that was where's that background I said originally going to do? Oh, here. This was the background I originally wanted to do, but we got that effect, didn't we? Look at that.
Yeah, we really did.
We got that effect, even though I didn't have that background. That was the background I originally wanted to do. And I want to thank all our you guys for hanging out there with us while John is drawing for this. That would be a nice thing.
All right. I got the winner chicken dinner.
Well, we're not giving away food, John. We're giving away painting.
Oh, I thought it was food today.
I know you did. It's okay. No food today. Just let's just do our flowers. We've done quite a few on this
Coneflower.
theme, this daisy theme, but I think this is one of my new favorites. I think.
Gee, there's something you don't say very often.
Well, no, it is. It really is. I think it's really kind of fun. Red slash through it.
Oops, I need the name.
Yeah.
All right, got the winner of the painting.
Okay.
Winner of the pink cone flowers is Linda Lindstrom from Illinois.
Illinois. All right. Congratulations, Linda. I
Now,
don't think we've ever sent anything up to Illinois, so that's new. So Illinois. So congratulations, and thanks for hanging out on our Acrylic Monday and painting with us. And you guys, if you have not joined our Facebook club, may I invite you to do that? Ginger Cook Acrylic Painting on Facebook. It's free, and it's a wonderful place for you to show your acrylic paintings that you yourself are done, your own stuff, you can do on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But if you're doing any of our tutorials in the Academy or YouTube, I love to see what you paint. And also I want to know what you're learning, and it's a great place to ask questions. And Judy always has, if you live in the States, she always is showing you deals. And we have some Canadian members that talk about deals you can get in Canada. And it's a great club. And if you haven't joined us at the Gingercooklive Painting Club on Facebook, again, we invite you to do that.
Do it now.
Do it now, and to be sure to subscribe to our channel.
And we'd like to congratulate the winner of the Salvador paint set with brushes and much more is Lou de los Reyes of sunny California, I believe.
Oh, these are going to California?
California.
Awesome.
California, here I
And who is that
come.
person?
What? I'm sorry.
What was her name?
Lou de los Reyes.
How do you spell it?
Lou, that's Lou,
Lou,
space DE,
D,
space LOS.
Los.
So Lou de los Reyes, Reyes.
Reyes, all right. So Lou Reyes, congratulations.
No, hey, he put in, or they put in the full name. You
Okay.
say the full name there, Bucky.
Okay, so then where do they live exactly? California?
Exactly? No, I can't give out that information. California.
Big state. All right, California.
Big state.
All right, so congratulations, Lou, for winning that. And then we have the downloadable lesson for the cigar.
Cigar, whiskey and cigar.
Whiskey and cigar. So that'll give you this from the Ginger Cook acrylic painting with gingercook.com. We have a pile of our downloadable lessons.
Pile.
Hundreds of them. Well, actually, this is our newest for Father's Day, and this will be you can own that forever. And not the painting, but the tutorial. So who's won that?
This person here. I got to highlight so I can remember who it is. And they are from North Dakota.
North Dakota. Ooh, okay.
Whiskey and cigar.
I don't think we've said anything to North Dakota either.
Nope. Kelly. Oh, I'm not going to do that one. Kelly of North Dakota. Winner of...
Downloadable lesson. John's sitting here staring at the screen like he's not wearing glasses or something. And
What? Hey,
so
I'm,
Kelly,
I'm typing. Whiskey and... Hello? I can take that camera away from you.
all right. So tell you. So whiskey and cigar is going to who?
Is
Downloadable lesson.
Kelly Dershire.
Dershire. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Congratulations. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, Lou would like us to pick someone else. Okay, we can do that, Lou. Not a problem. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That was for the Salvador paints.
Uh-huh.
Just remove that coloring there
Okay.
and go back to random.org, get another number.
So we do this. How we do it is a random.org. You guys all have a number when you enter, and that's how we pick you. We don't just pick two names, as I like the sound of this name. Let's pick that person.
No, because I would pick easier names that I could say.
Yeah. Just it's all random. I promise you.
Let's see. This person here, where are they from? They are from Illinois. And that is Margie Harden.
Margie Harden. Oh, well, Margie, congratulations then. Good for you. So 2 Illinois, right?
2 Illinois this time.
Wow, that's you guys ought to get lottery tickets, man. That's a coincidence.
Winner is
Wink and ink. Congratulations. That's what, except for the
Maggie Harden.
Maggie Harden. All right, so congratulations. Those are fun to have and great sets to travel with and paint with. And the last year and a half, we've been using those almost exclusively on our YouTube show. And they're very nice paints to play with. So, listen, thanks very much. hope everybody here's my question for you that you can put in the comments below, and the answer to your someone said, where are the comments below? Not the comments in the chat. Well, if you look at your television screen or your computer screen or your phone screen, you see where you have the YouTube show, and then directly underneath that there's a description of what it is, right in the title. And if you keep on scrolling down, it says comments, and that's where you can leave comments and so forth. So appreciate a thumbs up. We hope we got a few tonight, didn't we, John?
226.
Thank you very much for the thumbs up. And so if you want to leave a comment, I want to know what the funnest painting that you've done is. What was your funnest painting?
Funnest painting you've ever painted.
Yeah, what was your funnest painting? What made you the happiest, funnest painting?
All right, everybody, that's all we got for tonight. And thanks for coming back for those that did. And those that didn't, we're sorry we missed you live, but we'll be back attempting it again next week.
All right, don't forget to give it. I don't know when Cinnamon will be up and again, but I know she's on the weekends on YouTube on Saturday and Sunday, so be sure to check out my daughter, the Art Sherpa, at those times.
Thanks, everyone.
Hi. You know, when John and I first got together and became business partners 5 years ago, and he and his wife were living in Michigan, and I was living in Houston, Texas. And through very sad circumstances, his wife passed away not too long after that. And in her memory, because she was such a generous person, Karen was such a generous person, we started a foundation in our art academy when we got that going. And it's called the Karen Little Scholarship Fund. And when you donate to that, you help other artists join the academy for a week, a month, 6 months, a year, and give them a chance for an art education that might change their life. You know, you can say, hand someone a fish they eat for a day, you know, teach them to fish they eat for a lifetime. Help someone to learn to paint and really fulfill their destiny as an artist, and consider contributing to the Karen Little Foundation Scholarship for Artists. And guess what? For every dollar you put in, we match it in our donations to help other artists prosper and really learn to paint.